Hello and welcome to NewsSwarm. I'm your host Chris with the CHRILLCAST, and today we have a topic I actually do really want to talk about. So let's get into it. On the community tab, you can find that we had a poll, as we do every day. NewsSwarm is all the news you would choose. So the topic that was chosen. Let's get to it. A lot of people of planet Earth, you're just in time for the latest NewsSwarm poll. At second place, we had why do companies push mandatory updates for electronics, 27%. At first place, we had why I have a love and hate relationship with Steelbooks, 32%. 7% said why the Steam Deck is a game changer. 10% why Xbox Game Pass is it dangerous for the industry, which is a really interesting topic if you guys want to hear about it sometime. And then PlayStation tax, good or bad, $70 AAA games, 24% in third place. So let's get into it. This is kind of an interesting one. So I do like Steelbooks. I've got quite a few of them. I mean, not as many as I thought I did, but I think I've gotten rid of a few, as well as misplaced one or two cases at some point in time. I'm not sure how that happened, but if you like how we cover this kind of stuff, make sure you comment down below. Let me know what your favorite Steelbook is. Like this video and subscribe. All right, so we're going to get into this. What brought this up for me was I found out that Halo Infinite is getting a Steelbook release. And I was like, oh, this looks nice. And my first thought was, oh, where's the slipcover? And I looked, oh yeah, it's right here. So good. The new Halo Infinite Steelbook is getting a nice, actually very nice looking slipcover for the game. So that's cool. So I pre-ordered this a little while ago. But before that, I had gotten the Persona 5 Striker Steelbook. And although it looks nice on the outside, it's literally got no slipcover, no information about the game. It's just a nice little piece of artwork on a steelbook. And it got me thinking, like, why would we get a steelbook without a slipcover? Like, there are very few games that I think look better without a slipcover. Like, yeah, you can take Shin Megami Tensei 5 out of the slipcover and enjoy what's there. That's definitely a thing. You can do that. Nobody's going to stop you from enjoying what's there when the slipcover is off. But like, and to be fair, this one actually has Shin Megami Tensei 5 on the side of it, which is good. Like, you want some identifying features on a steelbook, right? So this one is a win. I like this steelbook a lot. It's a nice Switch steelbook. But then you get stuff like Persona 5 Strikers, and there's a reason I didn't keep that steelbook in my collection. There's no slipcover, nothing to protect it. Like, this is at least minimal protection from scratching. Slipcover, and it adds identifying features. Got Shin Megami Tensei 5, the nice red on the side, so when you line it up with the rest of your Switch games, it still looks like a normal Switch game. And it's got all of the other stuff. I can hold it. Oh my goodness. There we go. Hold on a second. Blooper. Okay. It's got the game information on the back. All the stuff you want to know about the game. I can get my green screen to not kill it. And I like that, having that extra detail, that extra information on it. So for me, not having a slipcover is kind of a no-go. So I got the Metroid Dread limited edition run, right? And Nintendo so graciously just gave us this. That's it. You got Samus on the front, a red and black background, and you don't even get Metroid Dread written on the side. Like, come on, Nintendo, this isn't your first rodeo. You've done a lot of good steelbooks in the past. One that comes to mind immediately is the Metroid Prime Trilogy. It's got a nice slipcover with identifying information on the front and the back. You know, it looks good. Looks a lot like that Persona 5, Shin Megami Tensei 5 steelbook. And, loads of other stuff in the actual case. It's a good steelbook. And it says Metroid Prime Trilogy on the side of it. Okay? So this, in my opinion, is a good steelbook. This is a bad steelbook. Why on earth would you give us just this, no Metroid Dread written on the side, and no slipcover? Come on, Nintendo, what are you thinking? So I've noticed there's a lot more than just this one that's an offender on the Steelbook. So the question is the slipcover important to you? Because in my opinion, a Steelbook's not a Steelbook without a slipcover. You know, this is not as nice as this with the slipcover. I get very annoyed when I see people selling a Steelbook online with no slipcover. Now, had I known that the Metroid Dread Special Edition Steelbook had no slipcover, I don't know if that would have changed my mind, but I would have definitely thought about it a lot more before purchasing it. Now, I will say, as far as like artwork, like, come on, Nintendo, there's a lot of great Metroid Dread artwork. You got a whole art book to go with this, and the best you can muster for the Steelbook is this? This is the best you could do? And no slipcover. I could forgive this if we had at least a slipcover, but no slipcover. And this Persona 5 Strikers, no slipcover. How expensive is it to print a little plastic slipcover to go around a case? Like, I almost ended up making my own slipcover for the Persona 5 Strikers. I was that angry. And, you know, other series do it too. I mean, Halo always gets a nice slipcover on their games. You know, and I will say this, the Halo Wars is probably the nicest looking Steelbook in the entire Halo series. I mean, that is a beautiful Steelbook. It's got a nice front cover. It's got a nice back cover. It says Halo Wars on the side of it. You know, it looks nice. It's got a nice slip cover. It's a thick slip cover. It's got extra bonus items in there too. But, you know, identifying information for the game on the back, you know, I like that stuff. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I really don't feel like a game is a game without at least some identifying features on the back. You know, the Halo 3 one, same idea. It's a, you know, pretty boring and plain Steelbook, honestly, and it's not a true Steelbook. It's more of like a metal tin. But the slipcover, now it's a game. It feels like a game anyways to me. There's precedent for this. I mean, and Atlas, come on. If you're going to do Persona 5 Royal in this super nice slipcover and a super nice Steelbook, I must say this is one of my favorite Steelbooks that Atlas has done, is the Persona 5 Royal one. Then why didn't Strikers get a nice Steelbook with a nice slipcover? I mean, it's got a nice Steelbook. Let me take it back. But it's got a horrible, horrible, horrible pattern of not having a slipcover. And this has a nice identifying feature on the side, which I will say, Persona 5 Strikers, unlike Metroid Dread, does have the words where Metroid Dread should have its words. I mean, at the very least, they could have done that. But no. All they give us is Samus, a piece of steel, no identifying features, and no slipcover. So I must say this. Nintendo, if you're going to make more Steelbooks, can we get some slipcovers? Or at the very, very least, write the name of the game on the side. Like, I know you gave us a whole big cardboard box to go with this thing, but I don't consider it the same as a slipcover, and nor do I think it takes the place of a game on a shelf. Mine sits on the shelf because I kept everything with the box, but I still would rather display the game separate from the box so that I can easily grab and go and play it. This Steelbook is unacceptable. You know, when we have really nice things by Atlas like this, Shin Megami Tensei 5, Persona 5, nice Steelbook, nice slipcover, there's no excuse for this. So game companies, if you watch this video, put a dang slipcover in there. All right, that's all I'm asking for. I mean, it's like a tiny sheet of plastic to go around this nice Steelbook to protect it. Just that little bit makes the difference for people like me who collect games. And it makes me that much more likely to actually buy a Steelbook version versus the standard edition. Now, Persona 5 Strikers, I didn't keep it because it didn't have a slipcover. Metroid Dread, I have not decided if I want to keep the Steelbook because I just don't care for this kind of Steelbook. Anyways, if you agree with me, comment down below. I'm excited that Halo Infinite is getting a nice slipcover to go with its nice Steelbook. I'm curious what the back side of this Steelbook is going to look like. But at the same time, I'm just excited that we actually have a real slipcover to go with that nice Steelbook with actual identifying information on it. So good for you, Xbox. You're maintaining the status quo that I expect from companies, and you're doing it the right way. So this, not so good. This is a fail. This is a win. Steelbook, slipcover, identifying information. That's what I want to see. I want more of this, less of this. More of that, less of that. I mean, Atlas has 2 winners and a loser in this same video, in my opinion. So, anyways, if you guys agree with me, that's my whole rant on Steelbooks. Is like, if you're going to make a Steelbook, give us a slipcover with identifying information. And at the very least, my goodness, how hard is it to write Metroid Dread on the side of this Steelbook? This Steelbook is the laziest Steelbook I have ever seen. As always, I'm Chris with the CHRILLCAST, and this has been a rant on NewsSwarm, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.